the signals are not always big, bright, sis bang boom, cymbals blaring and, marching band marching. They're not going to knock you over the head necessarily. Watching The Real Manifestation Talk with your girl Dina Haynes, where I teach you Abraham Hicks and Neville Goddard manifesting techniques for the everyday person like yourself. And today I am continuing my series that I'm calling Manifesting 101. These are the basics of manifesting. And today is actually going to be about scripting. This is the next step in your manifestation journey, especially when you're first beginning. But before we get into it, don't forget to like. Have you hit the like button yet? And subscribe. You're not going to want to miss the rest of this series. And hit the little bell icon so you'll be notified. And comment down below with your manifesting questions so that I can answer them in future videos. I've already got some questions lined up. They're going to come after this short little series. I think it's gonna be 3 videos. This is the second one, so stay tuned because there are already questions in the queue. Also, you're gonna wanna stay tuned till the end of the video because if you have a burning question about your life, about manifesting that you wanna know, I'm going to do a yes or no tarot pick a card question answer at the end of the video. So whatever that burning question you will have a definitive answer by the end of the video and a message specifically for you. And if you're seeking one-on-one personal manifestation coaching, check out my website here. I will also list the link in the description below where you can book a manifestation coaching session with me today. Now, let's get on with Manifesting 101. So if you've watched the first video in this Manifesting 101 series, then you've hopefully gotten your journal as well as your magical pen, and you have anointed your journal with magical powers, and or at least written your inscription or your mantra for the year inside the journal. And you've also done the background. So you've already gone through and written down what your problem areas are, what you're wanting to manifest, which how fun was that, guys? That's honestly the fun stuff, is writing down what it is you want to manifest because the sky's the limit. You can manifest anything you want. So hopefully you had fun with that. And now you're ready to put yourself to work. Hopefully you've also started changing your mindset by giving thanks to what is in your reality at the moment. Because in order to move forward, you have to appreciate the now. This life is a gift, and once you start giving thanks to it, your resistance will fall away, or at least begin to fall away, and you will start working toward the big stuff, the stuff that you really want. Okay, so scripting is important, and the reason why is because it's really just a practice in getting clear about what it is that you want, what your desires are, and it's kind of like this. Think of it like this. Have you ever had trouble getting to sleep at night because your mind is just running, right? Like you're laying in bed and you have all these things that you have to get done like the next day or the next week or whatever. And you can't get to sleep because it just keeps running through your head. And a good practice to get yourself to go to sleep is to get that stuff out of your head. So you do that by writing it down, by scripting. That's basically what your manifestation needs. It's all locked up in your head because your manifestation is a reflection of your thinking and your beliefs. All of that stuff, all the things that you're manifesting or that you've been manifesting up to this point is stuff that just runs through your head. So scripting helps for you to get your desires on paper, something that you can see, you can read. It gets you really clear. It really is a focusing tool. That's really all that it is, a focusing tool. And once you write it down on the paper, it causes you to focus on exactly what you're desiring, to sort of take the attention away from the stuff that you've already manifested that you don't want in your life anymore. Scripting is a good way to do that. And so one of the basics is just start writing it down. And you want to write it down specifically in a specific journal that is just for your manifestations, desires, whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to show you, I'm all pulling it from here. This is my journal, my lovely journal. I wrap a crystal around it. It's a citrine, which is great for manifestation. It's also great for abundance and things. This is my magical pen. Honestly, I just bought a thing of pens and I'm just running through them. They're colored pens because why not be fun about it? Let frivolity take over. And so I'll just open it for you here and show you one of my entries so you can see. And let's see. Okay, so we'll just look at the first one. It's so cute to like look at my thing, but this is from, it started last year. And so as you can see, I have a date at the top and I have an asterisk and I put the word that represents the theme for the year. So last year it was acceleration. I wanted to accelerate my growth, my spiritual growth. And then what you want to do is fill up one page. That's all it takes is one page. Look, if you've got the gift of gab or the gift of writing, then fill as many pages as you want. But you're going to be doing this every day, at least for a while. I'd say give yourself 30 days. Write this stuff down for 30 days. That's a good starting place. And then you'll reassess at the end of those 30 days if you want to continue doing it every day or once a week or whenever a new desire comes up for you. But 30 days, write one page, and at the end of each page you want to sign it with your full name. And I'm just going to read to you how I phrase things. And this is something you're going to want to do. This is what worked for me. It's a process that hits the right notes. It hits the gratitude as well as spelling out what it is that you want. Start every entry with, I am grateful. And then each line you also want to end with, thank you, thank you, thank you. So that's literally writing down thank you 3 times. So I'll give you an example. So this one started out, I am grateful. I am grateful that I am aligning with Source more and more every day. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I wrote that out. What you want to do is start every line that way. Start every line with I am grateful and end every line with thank you, thank you, thank you. So the next one would be, I am grateful that I feel the alignment of all my actions leading me to all good things in my now and future. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And it just goes on and on, expressing what it is that I want to, what my desires are. So at that time, my desires were to really connect with Source. Source is where you get the impulses to lead you toward your desires. It could be material things like a car or a job, or maybe you want to have kids, or maybe you want to have less acne. Whatever those things are, you are going to include in your journal. But another important part of journaling is to include connecting to your inner being, connecting to Source, the universe, God, whatever you call it. That is going to be key for you to achieving what you want. This is where the signals come from, because at some point you're going to be like, where do the signals come from? I don't know how I'm going to get there, right? Those are the big questions. How do I get there? What do I do? Where do the impulses come from? They come from Source. They come from your inner being. And the only way you hear them is if you quiet the noise of your fears, because fear is what keeps you from getting from point A, here and now, to point B, where you want to be. The signals are not always big, bright, sis, bang, boom, cymbals blaring and, marching band marching. They're not going to knock you over the head necessarily. A lot of the times it's their quiet messages, their little impulses. little whispers in your mind that say, do this, say this, go here, take this action. It's like divine inspiration, really. It might be quiet, so you have to quiet the noise of your fears, the voices of old authority figures and parents and teachers and influential friends and people basically steering you in a way that benefits them. You want to steer yourself in a way that benefits you. And when you're hearing from outside sources, no matter how well-meaning these people are, they're working for themselves, whether it's intentional or not, whether their intentions are good or not. People tend to be self-serving. They're thinking about themselves. And so you have to think about yourself. And the inspiration for you to act is going to come from within, what we call the inner being or source, the universe, God. It's all from within. Outside is always going to reflect what you have already been manifesting up until this point. So leading up to this point, maybe an outside source led you to this video or led you to seek spiritual sources. But once you become aware that the power is within, it is now time to start quieting the fears that have been built up over the years and going forward on a path that is more divine driven. This next step is scripting. And like I said, what you want to do is continue with your previous practices, thinking about something in the day that really just made your day, that made you feel good, and being conscious of it, giving thanks for it, looking at the things in your life that you can be thankful for. And we all have things that we can be thankful for in our life. And then open up your journal and tune in with your inner being. Start with your mantra or your word for the year and write it down pen your desires, your truest desires, and then sign that page with your full birth given name. And then when you go to sleep, that is when you can do your imaginary event. You can, after you've written it down and you've got it clear on paper what your desires are, then you go to bed immediately afterward and go to sleep fantasizing about your life the way you want it to be, the way you want it to look. All right, so now is the time in the video where I'm going to pull a tarot card for you. Have you thought about that question yet? Well, while you're thinking about the question, don't forget to like the video if you haven't already. Hello. Hit that subscribe, comment down below, and think about that question in 3, 2, 1. So once again, this is my tried and true tarot deck. I just haven't been feeling the angel cards lately. I don't know. I love this deck. I've been using it for years now. But let's shuffle. All right, guys, time to flip. Boom. Ooh, it's a yes. All right, we have here, cards are so bent. We have here the Princess of Wands. This is beautiful. I love, there's flames, there's a tiger. She's kind of up top, looking like she's rising above something, like maybe the drama. And she's got a wand in her hand. It says, you are fortunate, as the youth is honest and will do all he or she can to be of service. So this is speaking, this could be someone outside of yourself that is maybe trying to help or aid you. And the meaning of the card is helpful information. It says the news that this person brings can help you in any financial or social situation. If it is not an actual person, then this card indicates that you will receive some kind of communication at the right time so that an important decision can be made. So I like that. Let's see. This is someone who you already know. So it's someone, it's probably either a friend or a close family member who's giving you some advice. It sounds like they may have an offer for you. whatever it is, it's positive. And it's telling you yes. So whatever you're questioning, it's saying yes. Maybe take this person's advice. It will serve you well. If it's not a person, then it could just be some information that you just received that you're inquiring about. The answer is yes. This information is coming from a good source and it's going to work out well for you. You could be questioning it because this person, maybe you're wondering, should I trust this person? And even though something about this person might seem questionable, it's saying that this is a source to trust at this moment in time. So once again, it's green lights, but just keep in mind that you are in control. So with the scripting, to ensure that the things that you are pursuing at the moment, or really in any moment in your life going forward, you are in the place of power. So whatever you intend, whatever you write down and you give your attention to is what will come to be. So just realize that you always have the power. Your subconscious is really what is ruling all of your outcomes. So long as you can get yourself, your mind on board for this decision that you're making, then it will come out exactly how you want it to. So that is it for our video today, and you're definitely going to want to stay tuned for the next video where I'm going to talk about mental diet. This is another basic but very essential part of manifesting. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and comment down below if you have questions about manifestation. I will answer them in a future video, and those videos are coming up soon, so stay tuned, and I will see you next time.